Welcome back, Aquarius. Sun, moon, and rising. Welcome back. It's time for your mid-month, July 2020 ASMR crystal scrying video. This month I am using MERLINITE. Could also be called a Dendritic Opal, and you can see all those beautiful little black mossy bits inside this milky, opaque, and transparent stone. What do I need to tell Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the later half of July and early August 2020? Be present. Be present now. Don't be so caught up in the everyday, mundane things that you miss talking to yourself, that you miss that connection that you have within you. Getting caught up in other people's mundane scenarios and then missing out on your own true calling, your own true mission, your own true passion, your own true fascination. There's a word and it's right on the tip of my tongue. Your own true home. Like stand in the place where you live. I know, that's a song. But that's what I mean, like be present for yourself more than anyone else during this time. And don't if you feel inclined to hang out with other people, don't avoid other people. But if you're feeling like I need to get my own business together, maybe away from others, don't worry about letting a few calls drop, letting a few messages go unanswered. Take care of this guy. Take him out. Yeah, take yourself on a date. You know, it's very fun to go on a date with a romantic partner. And if you're not the kind of person who wants to be alone, that's cool too. But also don't be afraid to take yourself on a date. Take yourself somewhere nice. Do something special for yourself. You don't have to go anywhere either. You don't have to be unsafe about it. Even take yourself on a date to Home Depot if that's the kind of thing that floats your boat. Take yourself to the seashore, except that it's probably crowded. It's probably not great. But there are plenty of places where you can go and treat yourself to something special, I think. And I'm not talking about picking up a pack of snowballs from the AM PM, unless that's your thing. I don't I'm not judging when I say that. If you like snowballs, you like snowballs. But, like, you know, if that's special to you, it's gotta be, like, special. To remind you that you are special. You're only one in this wonderful world. You are special. That's a throwback. Speaking to the ASMR elements of this video, it may be Aquarius. You'll get something out of this too. But this isn't really part of the reading. I remember Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood being absolutely chock full of ASMR triggers. Like, whenever the trolley would come through, I would absolutely lose it. I don't mean that I would have, like, an exaggerated response. I just mean, like, the trolley would show up on the screen and I would be like, yeah, that's the good stuff. What do I need to be telling Aquarius? Astrology plus ASMR. Aquarius for July 2020, early August possibly as well. There's some kind of event coming up and you've been looking forward to it. And it's probably been converted into an online event. But you're still, like, pretty excited about it. It's going to be something that you end up putting a little bit of effort into, and it ends up being really cool, and people really respond to it. So, that's something cool. And then part of what ends up happening is that everyone around you gets this idea that there's better ways to do a lot of the things that they've already been doing. And it's going to be based on whatever it is that you're putting out there for this event. A lot of your friends are going to pick up on that and be like, that. Whisking people away to the land of make-believe. And the piano music that the trolley would have too. I'm sorry, I'm just like obsessing about that right now. It's gonna be like that moment. It's gonna be like the first time you saw the trolley and you knew it was gonna take you to the land of make-believe. So what else do I need to tell Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of... Oh, I just heard December. So maybe there's something... Are we talking December 2020? December 2019. I'm not sure what you were doing at that time, but you got this idea... And I feel like you got the idea in December of 2019. And now you're finally getting to a point where you can bring it, like, bring it all together, bring it all full circle, have it touch down on the earth in front of you. And that's for all Aquarius. I'm not getting any like specific sun, moon, or rising sign for that. Although, if you are an Aquarius rising, you could look at what would have been in your house of communication. So if you're Aquarius is first house, Pisces is second house. So that would be Aries in the house of communication. Look at what planets were there in December of 2019. House of communication, and then the house of creativity, which is the 5th house, which would then be Taurus, Gemini, which also normally governs the house of communication. So definitely look at your 5th house and what planets were in Gemini in December of 2019. If there was any relevance to that. And then also look at like your 3rd and 5th house placements as far as what planets you already have in your birth chart. And then you can just look that up online, see if there's any relevance to it. Like, you don't need to necessarily consult an astrologist about it. It's either there or it's not. What else do I need to tell Aquarius? Sun, moon, and rising for July and August 2020. December 2019 was not a bad time for you. I don't know if maybe like at the time you were like, God, this is hard, or gee, this kind of sucks, whatever I'm going through right now. But I'm just hearing like, that wasn't a bad time. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, like that wasn't so bad. That kind of attitude about it. Aquarius sun signs. Getting for you that there's going to be a lot of turmoil in your personal lives. And it doesn't necessarily mean like romantic relationships. It could be more just like friendships where like you thought this person was your closest friend and then something happens and maybe there's a misunderstanding, just like things being off. So again, look at that Aries 3rd house. No, that's Aquarius rising. But you want to look at your 3rd house if you're an Aquarius sun sign. But it won't be Aries necessarily unless you're also Aquarius rising. So Aries, Aquarius sun, look at your 3rd house. Because like your communication right now, like if I know there's like a lot of planets have been going in and out of retrograde. So like Mercury retrograde definitely governs communication. It governs like transport of goods, stuff like that. So like if you are expecting stuff in the mail and it gets delayed, like that's usually like Mercury retrograde, stuff like that. But in your case, it could be exacerbated if there are other planets that are in your third house right now. And that would be, you would have to look at your chart for that if you're Aquarius sun. And I feel like this is a specific message for Aquarius sun signs. So I don't know what your rising sign is. But look at if there's any planets in your third house right now that are in retrograde, because it might be exacerbating the current Mercury retrograde. But Mercury is always in retrograde. That's why the world is the way it is, right? What else do I need to tell Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising signs for July and August of 2020? Going to focus on the spiral. Get close. Get close. Focus on the spiral. Oh. Not this piece of fuzz on my hand. Focus on the spiral. Let others come to you. Don't let yourself be the driving force behind a communication. Great here for me. Let others come to you. You might receive messages in your dreams about communications and things that have the possibility to go awry. You're going to want to listen to that. Look right here. I can tell you're not looking because it's going out of focus. Don't know what you're looking at, but you're not looking at here. All right. So you get messages in your dreams about the communication and what you need to do in order to be properly understood, which is all any of us really want. Properly understood. Right here. Listen to your dreams. If you don't keep a dream journal already, write your dreams down, and hopefully the answers will come to you in a dream. Great here. Remember that the world is not out to get you, and that the people around you that you consider your friends really want what's best for you. And if they don't, they surely will drift away without too much of a fight. If you're truly arguing with somebody, it's probably because they care about you. I don't know that that's always true, but I think that's going to be true in this particular situation. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, look here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Alright? And as you exhale, just release anything that you don't want to bring into the month of August with you. Inhale. much as you can and hold and release. And inhale and hold and release. And inhale and hold and release. And I guess we can do it one more time. Inhale, hold. Are you holding your breath? It doesn't work if you don't hold your breath. And release. Awesome job. Awesome job, Aquarius. Awesome job. Awesome job. You're the star. You're the star. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to see you. And I hope you're having a good month. And most of all, I hope to see you again very, very